Alright guys, it is Friday morning. I'm at a customer's house. Actually his garage slash shop, I guess you'd call it. Anyway, this is 57 Chevy 2-door hardtop, and he's basically commissioned me to come down and finish all the assembly on the car. Need some touch-up wiring work and just little tidbit stuff. Polishing all the trim, which is not fun, by the way. But anyway, it's about an hour away from my house, so it is a pretty good drive. But I've been enjoying it. It's pretty fun. It's kind of weird. I worked on a 55 hardtop last week. Now I'm working on a 57 hardtop this week. So it's kind of cool. Anyway, this is just a driver quality car, so don't be thinking it's some high-end show car. You'll see, some things, and he doesn't care. He just wants to drive it, enjoy it. Nothing wrong with that. So I put new seals in the quarter windows here. Put new felt strips here. Started polishing on some of the trim. And this has an American Auto Wire kit that somebody's put in it. And they also put in a new Relics power window kit. And actually had an issue with one of these quarter windows, this one here. Kind of figured out before he bought it, they must have had the same issue, or had the issue, because the window track for this quarter window was not installed. It was laying back here, so everything was just kind of laying down in the car, and the windows, or the bolts were out of it. So after I get everything all picked up, hooked back up and everything, the window only goes one direction. I can't remember if it was up or down now, because it was like Monday, I think I came up here. But anyway, one way wouldn't work. So anyway, I pulled it all back apart, and you can kind of see from the grinder marks there around the perimeter here. They started grinding those off. I guess they were going to take this apart and try to see what was wrong with it. So this guy, I think, ended up buying it, and so he inherited the issue. So anyway, I can tell by looking at this motor with the way that plug-in is that this is a GM. It's a GM kit, and it also has the GM style switches. And so anyway, in case you don't know, if your window motor goes bad and you have a new Relics kit, this is a well, let's just say 80s model. It could be other years too, I'm just not sure. But basically, he told him 1985 Monte Carlo, because it looks the same as the G-bodies that I'm always messing with. So anyway, that was the window motor. And anyway, got it installed. Now it goes up and down like it's supposed to. What else? The car's got a really nice new headliner in it. They've done a good job. It's real tight. Very, very professional headliner job, whoever did it. Let's see, what else? That door still needs some work. It's not quite aligned right. They did do some work on the bottom of the door, and the holes are not there for the weather stripping clips. So I'm going to recommend him to have his painter take that door back off and get the holes drilled and everything. I don't want to mess with it because it's new paint. I don't want to be responsible for having to fix a chip or something that I do. But anyway, I rebuilt the wing window assemblies. And it's kind of funny, I worked on wing window assemblies in my cousin's 55 hardtop last week. Anyway, if you've never rebuilt the wing windows on a hardtop, 5, 6, or 7 Chevy, it is a little bit labor intensive, and you really got to pay attention to what you're doing. And there is a method to the madness in the way you reassemble it. So just pay attention to that. Anyway, I took the trim off the track there and sanded it and buffed it on the buffing wheel, both pieces, reinstalled it. Cleaned up the wing window frame with some 4/0 steel wool and some Mother's Mag and aluminum polish, real nice. Turned out pretty good. And anyway, I got a new felt strip and everything to put in it. Now I already have the one on the driver door rebuilt, and it's on. And anyway, this had like a little wooden console in it, and the radio was in it, and the gauges were on it. The gauges were inverted basically, so I repositioned all that and mounted them under the dash. You don't want to use the console. This car had Chevelle style buckets in it. This is a 90s model Camaro 5-speed, so the shifter's way back. I'm assuming that's why they run them buckets. But now he has the bench seat, so he's going to be putting that in. So he's trying to figure out a shifter thing, because it's got to come way up. I would just, if it was my car, I'd just fabricate a lower bracket piece and put an old school, like a 4-speed shifter arm on the piece I made. But he'll figure it out. I want to try to talk him into letting me repair this conglomeration. This is looks like the bottom part of definitely a number. I don't know if it's a 0, 6, 8 or whatever, but this looks like an old school, like would be for the price of gasoline. So it's kind of a shame that got cut up. It's kind of cool. Anyway, I still got to try to find a power window wire in the American Auto Wire harness. They've got the harness mounted way up inside there, so it's kind of hard to get to. And I can't find that wire so far that says power windows. It does have the circuit for it and power locks also, so I do want to hook it to where it needs to be. But for now, I just got it plugged in the battery so I could test everything and mess with it instead of having to turn the ignition on and all that crap. Anyway, it looks like they got a new grill bar and stuff in it, new grill. Looks like a new front bumper. He said there's something up with the fan, which you can kind of tell the wiring's a little sketchy looking, so it just needs a little work. So that's why I'm here. I'm enjoying it, lots of fun. Now one thing about this car, it is a California seamless frame, and so I thought that was kind of cool. I don't think he knows that. I just seen it a while ago, actually. But anyway, got a lot of buffing to do, and man, it sucks having to sand all in parts. We're not doing it fully all the way. We're just getting it to where it looks pretty decent. Like, you know, it's kind of dull there, and then this piece here that I polished looks, you know, pretty nice. But it takes a long time to do stainless for me. It's intricate work. But anyway, guys, I still got to paint the deck lid and the hood, and so it's still got a long way to go. And I'm sure I'll be driving down here quite a bit. So anyway,